I'm going to go ahead and call this special assembly meeting to order. It is 4:04. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Rivera?
Present.
Ms. Quinn Davidson?
Here.
Ms. Allard?
Here.
Mr. Constant?
Here.
Mr. Dunbar?
Here.
Ms. Kennedy?
Here.
Ms. LaFrance? Mr. Perez-Revilla?
Actually, he just texted me. He would like the call-in number, so I will find that and send it to him.
Mr. Peterson?
Present.
Mr. Weddleton?
Here.
Ms. Dolittle?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Let's go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Ira, can you lead us in the pledge, please? I think we are looking this way, right? Usually? Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
United States of
Republic for which
to the republic for which it stands, one under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Peterson, can you lead us in the land acknowledgement?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. A land acknowledgement is a formal statement recognizing the indigenous people of a place and a public gesture of appreciation for the past and present ingenious stewardship of the lands that we now occupy. It's an actionable statement that marks our collective movement towards decolonization and equity. So the Anchorage Assembly would like to acknowledge that we gather today on the traditional lands of the Dena'ina Athabascans. For thousands of years, Dena'ina have been and continue to be the stewards of this land. It is with gratefulness and respect that we recognize the contributions, innovations, and contemporary perspectives of the Upper Cook Inlet Dena'ina.
All right, thank you. So next we have audience participation. Okay, I don't think we have anyone to participate. All right, then next we have items of business, 5A ML&P sale to Chugach and RCA decision. So Ms. Vogel, if you can go ahead and lay the foundation for us.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Pursuant to Anchorage Municipal Code, Section 230.036, as recently amended, the Assembly may recess to meet in executive session to discuss a specific legal matter, including pending litigation, which is subject to attorney-client privilege. In this instance, a Regulatory Commission of Alaska decision relating to the pending sale of municipal light and power to Chugach Electrical Association. Next, I'd like to set out the rules. All information shared and gleaned in this session is confidential. No official action may be taken in executive sessions except to give direction to an attorney or labor negotiator regarding a specific legal matter or pending labor negotiation. The session shall be taped. Tapes will be available to members of the body and authorized staff only, and may be discussed only in further executive session. The tapes become public at the date specified by the Assembly at the conclusion of the executive session in accordance with code. Any discussion which occurs at this executive session should only be discussed by this body in further executive sessions. Any member who needs to leave during this session may leave, but may only be updated on the discussion after the member's departure in a subsequent executive session or via review of the tapes of this session. Special invitees, employees, and staff members that the body determines are necessary to the conversation may remain in the meeting during executive session. The Ethics Code states that no public servant shall use, disclose, or release confidential or non-public information gained through the person's municipal position unless authorized by law or order of the court. Any violation would be referred to the Board of Ethics. The code provides that the board may make recommendations for corrective action. Past recommended corrective actions have included financial penalties and other professional consequences. Additionally, the municipality may pursue a civil action against an official where the release of confidential information adversely affects the outcome of litigation or negotiations or leads to increased financial liability. Such a disclosure could also subject a member of this body to a recall election. Pursuant to state statute, the grounds for recall include misconduct in office, incompetence, or failure to perform prescribed duties. A violation of municipal confidentiality obligations would meet this criteria. The code does not specifically provide for the collection and destruction of notes taken at executive session, but this has been past municipal practice to assure the confidentiality of discussions in executive session. If you would like me to collect and destroy your notes today, I am happy to. If you elect to take notes and retain them, I remind you that these notes are confidential and that the failure to properly preserve their confidentiality could implicate the same consequences I have set out in this introduction. Today, members of the law department, but really the municipality's contracted attorney, seek to meet with the Assembly in executive session to discuss the recent Regulatory Commission of Alaska legal matter and the decision that came out last Thursday night relating to the pending sale of municipal light and power to Chugach Electric Association. A motion from this body to move into executive session to discuss these matters would be appropriate at this time. Second.
Moved by Mr. Constance, seconded by Ms. Zolotel. Before we vote on the motion before us, I would like us to go through and Ms. Kennedy on the motion.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I just like some clarification about why we are going into executive session. Is this document from the RCA not a public document yet? Thank you.
Through the chair? The document is public. The litigation is, and the transaction is not yet over. And so this is an opportunity to ask questions and receive advice from the municipality's attorneys. Essentially a attorney-client privilege discussion of the public decision. I do anticipate that a lot of public information will be shared about this decision at a later point in time. But this executive session was scheduled close to the decision coming out so that if there are questions that you would like to ask legal counsel about what happened, you have an opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Kennedy. Thank you, Ms.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I was just trying to get clarification on whether or not this really warranted executive session. Thanks.
Thanks. All right, so let's go ahead and have everyone state their names on the record before we go into executive session so the record is clear on who is in the room. Let's go ahead and start with the folks on the wall.
Caroline Hall, Mayor's Office.
Ira Tomsky, Mayor's Office.
Bill Palsy, Municipal Manager.
Jason Bockenstead, Mayor's Office.
Ethan Berkowitz, Mayor.
Alex Lipka, Chief Fiscal Officer.
Chris Shirley, Director of Economic Community Development.
Lance Wilbur, Office of Management and Budget.
Colleen Peterson and Dave Robinson will be the interpreters.
Barbara Jones, Municipal Court.
And then let's start around the table.
Pete Peterson, Assembly.
Austin Quinn Davidson, Assembly.
Kate Vogel, Municipal Attorney.
Suzanne France, Assembly.
Christopher Constance. Felix Rivera.
Cameron Perez Verdia.
Exile Health.
And then on the phone we have Jamie Allard. Are you on the phone?
Yes, I am.
Crystal Kennedy. Are you on the phone?
Yes, I am.
John Weddleton. Are you on the phone?
Yes.
And then Dean. Thank you. Dean Thompson. Are you on the phone?
Yes, Dean Thompson with the law firm of Temple, Hoffman & Ellis. outside regulatory counsel for the municipality of Anchorage and ML&P.
Thank you. All right, let's go ahead. Is there anyone else on the phone?
Yes, Anna Henderson with Municipal Light and Power.
Thank you, Ms. Henderson. Anyone else on the phone? All right, any objection to the motion to go into executive session? Seeing none, that motion's approved.